You can tell when you're reading AI content. It's really obvious and it really lacks authenticity. So first focus group today, it was, to be honest, it was fantastic. It was really great to have such a range of people in different roles, which was really helpful. I think sometimes you can become, especially when you work at an agency, fixated on your role or your team's roles. But to speak to sort of freelance copywriters and creators was actually really helpful for me to understand their perspectives on things. I think I wish I was a little bit braver, a little bit sooner, and maybe more comfortable sharing my opinion. I think sometimes when you're a junior, you can be very anxious to just listen and take it all in, which is great and really important. But I think what makes marketing so great is the diversity of opinions, whether that's a junior or a senior exec or the MD is what makes it really strong, and a really strong campaign is understanding different points of view. Listening is really important, but also contributing a little bit more would have built my confidence up a lot quicker. Wolfenden's been great at putting me in a position where I'm really supported in sharing my opinion, and that's allowed me to go from strength to strength of people understanding and embracing my opinion. So being in an environment that allows you to do that's really, really great. So I started off as a copywriter an embarrassingly long time ago, like I think nearly 12 years ago. I've been a web team manager, and then my role as copywriter changed to sort of account executive. And then from there, I've sort of moved across a few different digital agencies across Yorkshire before ending up at Wolfenden.
What's the benefits of working for an agency?
There is something really special about working at an agency. It's always, every day is very different. It's always exciting, potentially a little bit stressful, but it's always exciting, it's always fresh, it's always new. Every channel's always evolving. To have that sort of range of work is just, it really keeps you engaged. So if you're fresh out of uni, there's obviously so many different channels and it can maybe be a bit overwhelming, but is what I'd sort of encourage people to do is try a little bit of everything if you can. If you find a role where you can develop sort of looking at organic, looking at paid, looking at digital PR, getting used to tools such as like Google Ads, GA4, getting used to sort of really wide range of information and different tools will really, really benefit you, and it'll help you find your niche of what you find most interesting, what you're passionate about, and then you can build on that. Having that diversity of roles now lets me make sort of informed decisions on strategy, because I've been in those roles myself and I can understand it a lot more and give a lot more information to clients and understand what we're providing as well. I think some of it does come with time, which is really frustrating for young people to hear, is that sometimes it does take time and experience, and sometimes you're going to have negative experiences or stressful experiences, but having those experiences is so important in building your confidence because you've already been there and you've already faced those challenges. So to face it again, it's something that you can sort of bring yourself back to because you know you've been through it before.
I suppose the biggest marketing myth for me is how static the marketing funnel is, in the fact that we think of things like brand awareness campaigns, feed into traffic campaigns, feed into conversion campaigns, when we know now that audiences' journeys are changing so quickly. The use of AI, the use of social platforms, that funnel is now a complete mix and a complete mishmash of different channels influencing at different points in the journey. We were talking earlier in the focus group about purchasing on TikTok, as opposed to traditionally you might think that's a brand awareness channel, but now obviously purchasing through social media channels is a lot more prevalent. The role of sort of organic and digital PR is changing with the influence of AI, the importance of brand sentiment. So yeah, I think the myth is believing in this rigid funnel when really it's a lot more dynamic and a lot more ever changing and evolving.